Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness has appointed the offices of leaders and parliaments for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor us, your servants whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come and our deliberations in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace and prosperity and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our charge. Amen.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages. Order number 5, papers. Order number 6, notice of motion, revocation of the appointment of the clerk of the County Assembly of Isiolo by the Honorable Peter Losuloyan, member of the County Assembly Service Board.
Thank you, the Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I rise to give the notice of motion on the revocation of the appointment of the clerk of the County Assembly of Isiolo. Whereas the clerk of the County Assembly is appointed by the County Assembly Service Board with the approval of the Assembly pursuant to Section 13 of the County Government Act 2012, read together with Section 18 of the County Assembly Service Board Act 2017, and serve as administrative head, the accounting officer, and the procedural head of the County Assembly. And whereas Article 10(2)(c) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, which provides the national values and principles of governance to include good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability. Further, Article 232 of the Constitution of Kenya sets out the values and principles of public service, including high standard of professional ethics, accountability for administrative act, and transparency. And whereas serious allegations and grounds have been brought forth concerning the conduct and performance of the clerk, including but not limited to 1. Gross misconduct or misbehavior, including violation of the County Government Act 2012, County Assembly Service Act 2017, and Public Officers Ethics Act 203. 2. Incompetence in action, the execution of duties as outlined in the County Government Act 2012 and the County Assembly Service Act 2017. 3. Violation of Constitution and the other laws of Kenya. Whereas that the County Assembly Service Board, in line with the provision of Section 23(1) of the County Assembly Service Act 2017, framed charges, forwarded the statement of the charges with brief statement of the allegation in support of the charges, invited the clerk to respond to the allegation in writing, setting out the grounds on which clerk could rely on to explicate himself, invited the clerk to appear before the board, either personally or with an advocate, as he may opt, and submit notes of motion to the speaker if the clerk does not furnish a reply to the charge or charges or fail to explain himself. And further, aware that Section 23 of the County Assembly Service Act 2017 provides the procedure for suspension and removal of the clerk of the County Assembly through a resolution supported by a majority of members in the Assembly. Now, therefore, the County Assembly Service Board recommends that 1. The County Assembly revokes the appointment of Mr. Salad Boru Guracha as the clerk of the County Assembly. I think.
Order number 7, statements. Order number 8, motion. Formation of the Select Committee on the revocation of the appointment of the Clerk of the County Assembly of Isiolo by the Honorable Abubakar Abdi Godana, Leader of Majority.
Pursuant to the motion, formation of Select Committee on the revocation of the appointment of the Clerk of the County Assembly of Isiolo. Pursuant to the provision of Section 23(4) of the County Assembly Service Board Act 2017, this House approves the membership to Select Committee to investigate the allegation against the Clerk of County Assembly of Isiolo. 1. Nicholas Lorot Ewaton as chairperson. 2. Kamila Warsame Suku as vice chair. 3. David Wedaka Nyoro as a member. 4. Honorable Bakar Abdi Godana as a member. 5. Honorable Saleso Kiambi as a member. 6. Honorable Deka Bonja Alake as a member. 7. Abdullah Golich Meja as a member. Honorable Rahima Abdikadir as a member. Honorable Nura Mohameduka as a member. Honorable Abdinur Dimajiro as a member. Then Honorable Fatuma Abdullah Abdi as a member. Honorable members, I now propose the question. Motion, formation of Select Committee on the revocation of the appointment of the Clerk of the County Assembly of Isiolo. Pursuant to the provisions of Section 23(4) of the County Assembly Service Board Act 2017, this House approves the membership to Select Committee to investigate the allegations against the Clerk of the County Assembly of Isiolo. 1. Honorable Nicholas Lorot Ewaton as the chairperson. 2. Honorable Kamila Warsame Suku as the vice chairperson. 3. Honorable David Wedaka Nyoro as a member. 4. Honorable Abubakar Abdi Godana as a member. 5. Honorable Salesio Kiambi as a member. 6. Honorable Dega Bonja as a member. 7. Honorable Abdullah Meja Golich as a member. 8. Honorable Rahima Abdikadir as a member. 7. Honorable Nura Muhammad Uka as a member. 10. Honorable Nur Dimajiro as a member. 11. Honorable Fatuma Abdullah Abdi as a member. The floor is open for debate. Honorable members, I can read the move of the House. I now put the question. Formation of Select Committee on the revocation of the appointment of the Clerk of the County Assembly of Isiolo. Pursuant to the provisions of Section 23(4) of the County Assembly Service Board Act 2017, this House approves the membership to Select Committee to investigate the allegations against the Clerk of the County Assembly of Isiolo. 1. Honorable Nicholas Lorot Ewaton, chairperson. 2. Honorable Kamila Warsame Suku, vice chairperson. 3. Honorable David Wedaka Nyoro as a member. 4. Honorable Bakar Abdi Godana as a member. 5. Honorable Salesio Kiambi as a member. 6. Honorable Dega Bonja Alake as a member. 7. Honorable Abdullah Meja Goricha as a member. 8. Honorable Rahim Abdikadir as a member. 9. Honorable Nura Mohammed Uka as a member. 10. Honorable Nur Dimajiro as a member. 11. Honorable Fatuma Abdullah Abdi as a member. Will as many of similar opinions say aye?
Aye.
Those of contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, motion revocation of the illegally approved Budget and Appropriation Act 2025 by the Honorable Kamila Warsame.
Dr. Pamela.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I stand to move motion on revocation of illegally approved budget and Appropriation Act 2025. That aware that under Article 185 of the Constitution of Kenya and Section 131 to 133 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, the County Assembly has exclusive authority to approve the county budget and exercise oversight over its implementation. Further aware that the budget-making process must comply with constitutional principles of public participation, transparency, and adherence to the legal procedures outlined in the County Government Act 2012 and Public Finance Management Act 2012. Worried that the Isiolo County budget for financial year 2025-2026 was illegally approved in a manner that violated established procedures, including but not limited to bypassing of mandatory public participation process, exclusion of relevant sector committee reports, and debate and approval by the House. Concerned that the government printer has published an illegal appropriation act to legitimize expenditure of public resource based on fraudulent budget despite a warning from the office of the Speaker. Deeply concerned that such action undermines the integrity of this assembly, erode public trust in governance, and potentially expose public resources to blatant mismanagement. Now, therefore, this House resolves to 1. Recommend the suspension and revocation of the said budget until due process is followed. 2. Call upon the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission and the Office of Auditor General to investigate any criminal or unethical conduct related to this matter. 3. Recommend that the Senate exercise its oversight mandate under Article 96 to investigate the circumstances surrounding the illegal approval of the County Appropriation Act 2025 and declare it null and void. And 4. Recommend that the Controller of Budget not process or release funds based on this illegally approved budget. Thank you. I stand to support the motion.
Honorable members, I will now put the question, propose the question rather, revocation of legally approved budget and appropriations act, that aware that under Article 185 of the Constitution of Kenya and Sections 131 to 133 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, the County Assembly has the exclusive authority to approve the county budget and exercise oversight over its implementation. Further aware that the budget-making process must comply with constitutional principles of public participation, transparency, and adherence to legal procedures outlined in the County Government Act 2012 and Public Finance Management Act 2012. Worried that the Isiolo County budget for the financial year 2025-2026 was allegedly approved in a manner that violated established procedures, including but not limited to bypassing of mandatory public participation processes, exclusion of relevant sectoral committee reports, and debate and approval by the House. Concerned that the government printer has published an illegal appropriation act to legitimize expenditure of public resources based on a fraudulent budget despite a warning from the Office of the Speaker. Deeply concerned that such actions undermine the integrity of this assembly, erode public trust in governance, and potentially expose public resources to blatant mismanagement. Now, therefore, this House resolves to 1. Recommend the suspension and or revocation of the said budget until due process is followed. Call upon the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission and Office of the Auditor General to investigate any criminal or unethical conduct related to this matter. Recommends that 3. Recommends that the Senate exercises its oversight mandate under Article 96 to investigate the circumstances surrounding the illegal approval of the Isiolo County Appropriations Act 2025 and declare it null and void. And 4. Recommends that the Controller of Budget not process or release funds based on this illegally approved budget. The floor is open for debate. Honorable Khan. Honorable Loso. Honorable Khan.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I am the mover of the motion and I stand to say something about the motion. Mr. Speaker, as we all understand, this is the House of Rules and Procedures. I'm saying it is House of Rules and Procedures because we have times for this house and there is a moment where we can adjourn the house for some reason. And I remember very well, Mr. Speaker, we adjourned this house on 15th of July and to resume it on 29th of July, which is today. But unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, while we are away, we had the rumors of the budget passed by purported speaker. He announced himself that he's a speaker of this county assembly and we don't know him. But from his utterances, we heard that he has passed the budget. But Mr. Speaker, we are law-abiding citizens. We waited until we discovered yesterday that what he has said, it has come through by seeing the Gazette notice. But Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm saying this, we have never had such kind of budget approval. Why am I saying so, Mr. Speaker? Budget, before it is approved, it must be first tabled in the House before the honorable members. We never had such kind of session whereby the House was, the budget was tabled. After the budget is tabled, Mr. Speaker, it is brought to the sector committee for the whole House so that we can scrutinize. We never had such kind of scrutiny of that document as House. Then we never had any kind of sitting, and I'm wondering how that process reached to the government printer, the printing, the government office that we believe in having realized that kind of documentation which was done by that office. Mr. Speaker, sir, without saying much, I'm just saying the budget for the 2020 budget, budget 2025-2026, it is not scrutinized, it was not tabled. We have not seen the document itself. It has never even submitted to the House, to the Assembly. We don't own it. It is null and void. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. And I wanted to register that I'm a member of Finance and Budget Committee, Mr. Speaker. And I will start by saying, Mr. Speaker, Kenya is becoming a banana republic, whereby what had happened previously, where two MCAs gazetted the Speaker, Mr. Speaker, is something that has never happened this one, unless maybe a government which is not democratic. Mr. Speaker, we do understand that there is a rule of law in this country, whereby all of us need to follow. And Mr. Speaker, when it comes to the issue of budget, we have laid procedures to follow. And one, Mr. Speaker, is for the executive to submit the estimate. And once the estimate has been submitted to the Assembly, Mr. Speaker, it is the work of the Finance and Budget Committee to bring on the table at the Assembly, so that, Mr. Speaker, it is owned by the Assembly as their property. And then, Mr. Speaker, after that, it is referred to the relevant committee. That relevant committee, Mr. Speaker, the Finance and Budget Committee, Mr. Speaker, they have two ways of doing even public participation. They can put in the website, or they can take to various sub-counties, or even the wards for public validation, not even public participation, public validation. Our work as the Assembly, it is to validate whether, or even to confirm whether whatever in this budget, Mr. Speaker, has the interest of the common person. Does this budget originated from the public, from various sources, Mr. Speaker? Secondly, Mr. Speaker, the public can decide to write even a memorandum on the same, having the document on the website. Then, Mr. Speaker, after that, the budget committee also has the mandate to call all the sectoral committee so that the budget can be scrutinized at the sector level. Then after that, Mr. Speaker, the board report from the sector and from the validation, Mr. Speaker, is what now forms the approval of the budget, Mr. Speaker. And then from there, you go now for publishing. You call for the appropriation act, appropriation bill, Mr. Speaker, which now the Assembly has to accept again to be gazetted to become an act for the uploading, Mr. Speaker. For this one, Mr. Speaker, I had a lot of questions to ask on the same. Because one, Mr. Speaker, the budget has the cycles. Even none of the above cycles has been realized in this house. Even tabling has not been tabled. How can it reach to a point of becoming an act, gazetting an act, while the budget has not been even tabled? It has not gone for public validation. The members have not gone for public validation. How can it be called a budget? It is not a budget, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I understand even the members who purported to approve this budget, Mr. Speaker, all of them, they were running, I don't know, Ethiopia, some of them were in Dubai, some of them were in I don't know which country. They are all for the honeymoon, Mr. Speaker. So who purported that this budget was approved? The other, Mr. Speaker, of what maybe we had is there is the issue of Zoom. Mr. Speaker, our standing orders are very clear. There is no provision for Zoom meeting, for Zoom budget. How can you do a public participation or public validation in a Zoom? How can you get the public when you are doing for the Zoom, Mr. Speaker? It is something that it is unexpected in this house, Mr. Speaker, because our standing order are not providing that. And we are here, Mr. Speaker. The standing order is our Bible, is our Quran, it is guiding us. Now that that provision is not in the standing order, who is purporting that he has passed the budget through a Zoom meeting, Mr. Speaker? It is not there, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I don't know what interest does most of these government entities has in Isiolo. Because, Mr. Speaker, even prior to this, we had all this one as a rumors. And I understand your office, Mr. Speaker, you wrote a letter to that effect to all those offices that there is something being cooked from around that is coming in the form of a budget. And Mr. Speaker, you gave your consent on the same. Nobody respected that one, Mr. Speaker. The other thing, Mr. Speaker, I don't know what is happening with the current structures, the government structures, Mr. Speaker. I really wonder, because the government has different ways of getting information. They have the needs here, they have this here, Mr. Speaker. They have the security around, Mr. Speaker. But who are informing these people, the kind of the things they are doing, the information, the kind of the mess they are putting the government into, without the adequate information, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on the other hand, the budget has different departments within the Assembly. We have the budget, the budget office, Mr. Speaker. We have the sergeant at arms. We have the clerks. We have the ICT, Mr. Speaker. All these departments form the basis of a budget to be called a budget, because all of them has to witness. To this effect, Mr. Speaker, none of the same has happened in this assembly, Mr. Speaker. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, this is a gazetted site for the assembly. It is a gazetted center for the assembly. Now that it has not happened in this headquarters, where was it done? And who did it, Mr. Speaker? Was there any gazettement to change the place? Because, Mr. Speaker, for us even to go to Sericho or even in Garamara, we need to have a special system. We need to inform the government that we are now moving our assembly from our main headquarters to Sericho, like the other time, Mr. Speaker. For this effect, Mr. Speaker, is there anything to show that? None. Even the needs around to come to this issue and investigate. When were these people around? Did they pass this budget in this headquarters? Was there any gazettement to change the assembly from where it is initially supposed to be to a different location? So, Mr. Speaker, as much as the motion is there, Mr. Speaker, we need to tell the public that you are being robbed at the broad daylight by the people who are purporting that they have passed your budget. Do you know what is in that budget? What is in there for you as the public? Have you given your priority? Because at the end of the day, Mr. Speaker, even for us to have a budget, Mr. Speaker, the public has to give their priorities. Now that they have not been consulted, Mr. Speaker, then it means this budget it's only meant for those who pass this or purport to pass, Mr. Speaker. It is not for Isiolo people. And other people large numbers to condemn what is happening in their country. Because if we continue the way we are continuing, Mr. Speaker, we will be losing direction. And Mr. Speaker, I can even propose tomorrow, we have a peaceful demonstration on the same issue. Because we cannot just play with 6 billion. From nowhere, you just hire goons to come, maybe to hang around, or even you hire a hotel, and then you purport to be passing the budget, Mr. Speaker. So there is need for us as members to join even a public event tomorrow, Mr. Speaker. We call for a peaceful demonstration so that the government will know that whatever is happening in Isiolo, Mr. Speaker, it is something against the law. And for us as members of the county assembly, who are law-abiding, Mr. Speaker, who are legislators at the same time, Mr. Speaker, we are against whatever people purport to be happening. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the opportunity. I stand to support the motion about the illegal appropriation bill. Mr. Speaker, sir, unless devolution is being considered to be shut down, the process of budget is very clear. The PFM Act, Public Finance Management Act, is very clear. The cycles of the budget process, whereby it starts from the department where it emanates, the technical team passes the executive, and then come to be tabled at the county assembly to go to the respective budget committee for scrutiny, and later on to the house for further scrutiny and passing. And that is very clear in the Constitution of Kenya, in our standing order. We are wondering how this budget has jumped all this process. It is fast-tracked directly to is passed and ready. It is really disappointing what is happening in Isiolo County. Generally, things start from somewhere and end somewhere. I think the process of the forged speaker was to end where it has ended today. that the purpose of forging and registering the speaker who was never elected or appointed in the county assembly process, the ultimate goal was for this process to the end whereby now finally this budget is forged and being approved at the government printer. It is very sad that this is happening at the government printer, a very official section of the government, whereby before any document reach to the government printer, it must have passed all the due processes and it's scrutinized and finally passed for the approval. We are seeing that in Isiolo County, there are some leaders who want to grab the power and the resource by force. This is not anybody's resource. It is the people's resource. The sovereignty of the Isiolo County community stand with them. The resource that comes for their utilization is supposed to be done the duly participation, so that they fit whether the programs which are planned in the budget fit to their need. But what we are seeing is that, as usual, for the 3 years down the line, probably we have done the due process, but we know what happened. That led to now dissatisfaction that the assembly and the people of Isiolo County wanted to impeach the governor, and this is now finally justifying why it came the way it came. So for me, I see that the fraudulent passing of the budget and the purported speaker who has never passed any process of county assembly, and maybe what was tailor-made for this kind of forgery has to come to end. And the government, if it is there, we know the government we elected, but I don't know why we are, as Isiolo County, things are happening the way they are happening, and we are ignored. Our speaker wrote the letter to the COB, the controller of budget, and all the departments that are appertain, so that they watch out for any such fraudulent document that may come their way. But there's a purposeful ignoring of the letter, and finally this is passed. We are condemning the act of passing of the budget at the government printer, and we are calling all the institutions that are concerned with crime to follow up and reject, and also finally to ensure that this kind of hide and seek game in Isiolo County is coming to an end. Thank you.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipatia nafasi kuweza kuchangia machache kuhusu revocation of illegality approved budget appropriation act. Mheshimiwa Spika, mnamo tarehe 15 sisi tuliadjourn house, na leo ndio siku ambayo tumerejelea katika kikao zetu ya assembly. Mshangao mkubwa ni kwamba tumeona katika mitandao ya kwamba bajeti ya Isiolo appropriation bill imekuwa approved na government print. Kwa hivyo tarehe 18 ndio siku tuliadjourn assembly, na leo ndio siku yote tumerejelea. Cha kusikitisha ni kwamba ni watu gani waliweza kukalia bajeti kuna kupitisha ni mzizo wa gani? Hiyo ndio swali yangu, kwa sababu wenzetu wale walioruka upande ile kwa kutokuvumilia kusimama na mwananchi walikuwa nchi za nje ya Ulaya. kuna wengine walikuwa Ethiopia wakisherekea ama wakiburudika. Kuna wengine walikuwa Dubai, kama yule ambaye ametajwa hapa, ambaye ni former deputy speaker, ambaye anadai kwamba yeye ndio amesaini hiyo bajeti. Tunajua mtu anapoenda kuna kifaa ile ambaye inaonyesha ametoka nje. Lemantile tunajua sisi jana alirejelea hapa. Alirejea hapa Kenya. Kazi ya MCA ama waheshimiwa, kazi yao ni kufanya oversight, legislation na kupitisha bajeti na kurepresent wananchi. Tunashindwa ni nani huyu ambaye alipitisha bajeti ya county ya Isiolo. County ya Isiolo imekuwa na migogoro. Sisi tulimpeach governor, inajulikana, na baada ya kuimpeach governor kuna mikora ambaye ni clerk moja ambaye amekuwa mkora mkubwa sana katika hii Assembly ya Isiolo, ambaye aliweza kupeleka impeachment ya speaker ambaye haijawahi kaliwa, na huyo ndio tena amekimbia kuichapisha bajeti ya kwamba MCS wame approve budget ya Isiolo. Kwa hivyo sisi tunapinga hiyo bajeti na tunalaani hiyo kitendo ambayo inataka kunyima mwananchi wa Isiolo nafasi, kwa sababu sisi hapa tuko kwa sababu ya wananchi wa Isiolo. Kama mimi ndio najua barabara gani hakuna bura, maji hakuna wapi, ECD inatakana iweko wapi, ni wapi dawa inatakana kupelekwa. Kama mimi sitakalia hiyo bajeti, ni nani amekaa kwa niaba yangu? Ni nani amekaa kwa niaba ya watu wa Sericho? Ni nani anawakilisha watu ya Chari? Ni nani anawakilisha watu ya Chara? Ni nani anawakilisha watu wa Bulobesa katika hiyo bajeti? Kwa hivyo hiyo bajeti ni ya waizi waliokaa chini kuibia mwananchi haki yao. Hiyo hatutakubali kamwe. Na tunasema serikali ya nchi ya Kenya iangalie government printer, kwa sababu hatuamini ni kitu gani inaendelea katika government printer. Tuliandika barua ya kusema bajeti ya ukora isiingie katika isichapishwe hapa, kama vile impeachment ya speaker ilipochapishwa ya kwamba sisi tumeimpeach speaker. Na hii kitu imekuwa juzi tena, na nafikiri hata president wa nchi ya Kenya amepata hiyo habari ya kwamba kuna watu ambao wako katika government printer ambayo wanaendesha vitu ambazo haisipaswi. Hiyo watu wanafaa kuchukuliwa hatua, kwa sababu sisi hatujahusika kamwe, na hatutakubali bajeti ya Kenya Isiolo itumike na njia mbaya. Kama umechukua deni, umechukua loan, sio pesa ya mwananchi Isiolo ndio utaenda kulipa na hiyo deni yako. Tafuta namna ya kulipa. Enda uza shamba, enda chukua loan nyingine uweze ama enda fanya mchango uweze kulipa loan za watu. Hapana kuja kuibia mwananchi wa Kenya kwa kudhuru budget. Hatutakubali kamwe. Sisi tuko hapa kuhakikisha watu wetu wamepata haki yao, na hatutakubali vitu kama hiyo. Nashukuru sana Mheshimiwa Speaker kwa kunipatia nafasi kuchangia. Asante.
Okay, asante sana Mheshimiwa Speaker kwa kunipea nafasi ili niweze kuchangia hii agenda ambayo ni mbaya sana ya budget ambayo imepitishwa na kalamu na watu wawili ambaye hawa ndio wenye Isiolo ama hawa ndio waheshimiwa. Hii bajeti ni mbaya sana kwa sababu sio bajeti ya wananchi wa Isiolo, ni bajeti ya watu wachache ambaye ni wakora. Ukijua ya kwamba speaker tuko naye Mohamed Roba mmoja, kuna mfano wengine hapa alichanguliwa ya Soko Mjinga, Soko Nagatule, ambaye huyo ndiye anajiita speaker. Nikamwona kwa runinga akisema nimepitisha budget, kwa hivyo hakuna wasiwasi, itaendelea vizuri. Sasa budget inapitishwa na kilaka na speaker ambaye niliona siku moja wakiingia kwa assembly na nyumba ni empty, hakuna MC alikuwa ndani. MC wale wameruka upande ile walikuwa nje za nje. Sasa bajeti huyu kilaka anazesea Isiolo County, kwa sababu hii furugu yote iko hapa Isiolo ni yeye ako naye, na yeye ndiye analeta hii rafsa. Kwa hivyo na condemn hii bajeti vikali ambaye ni bajeti ya mwananchi wa Isiolo inatumika vibaya. Public participation bado, Mimi mwenyewe sijui ni nini vitu iko pale kwa hiyo budget ya Wabera, kwa sababu sijaikalia. Wazima wengine hawajui ni nini iko ndani. Sasa hii ni budget ina gani tafadhali? Kwa hiyo hii budget mimi naikataa kabisa, na ni budget ya watu wawili, na ni budget ya wakora ambayo wale wanataka kupora mali ya umma. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, the law allows me to contribute twice, once given that opportunity by the Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I really want to emphasize on the issue I said about the vested interest. I'm really worried about Isiolo because, Mr. Speaker, what does the government printer, the HG, and even at some point, Mr. Speaker, even these structures, mostly government structures, what interest does them has in Isiolo, Mr. Speaker? I really wonder, because if somebody has given a letter to that effect, and then you publish a document, Mr. Speaker, what is that? Mr. Speaker, I foresee a situation that this country is falling day by day. Because, Mr. Speaker, if you continue with the same trend, how many governors outside there will now learn the president that Isiolo is setting, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, then it means even tomorrow, maybe what happened in Nyamira or even in Kisini, whatever, Mr. Speaker, whichever the county, Mr. Speaker, then it means this one will act as a replica. It is something in reference, Mr. Speaker, that it will continue in the 47 county assembly, Mr. Speaker, whereby the governors will run from their mandate and run parallel assembly just because they know that they will use money to manipulate the government structures, Mr. Speaker. I foresee a problem coming in this country because, Mr. Speaker, if this is how the government will run their issues with their affairs, Mr. Speaker, it is very terrible, and the common person has no say, has no right, Mr. Speaker. Because, Mr. Speaker, just few days ago, we were lamenting, we saw the affidavit, because somebody is impersonating that is a speaker with 2 MCAs, Mr. Speaker. Now, something of the same has happened again. A rock clerk and the impersonator speaker, they have published a budget. Mr. Speaker, it is very terrible for this county. If this, what the government will do, Mr. Speaker, without doing thorough investigation, verification, Mr. Speaker, then we are doomed as a country, Mr. Speaker. And this one, Mr. Speaker, I think the Senate should investigate, should know what to do about Isiolo, Mr. Speaker. Because as it continues, Mr. Speaker, if maybe, Mr. Speaker, this one will continue, why not even handing this county government to the national government, Mr. Speaker? We are even ready to dissolve this county government. Because there is no need of doing injustice to our public, Mr. Speaker. To our citizens who elected us, duly elected us, Mr. Speaker. You are elected in that position. We elected you 18 out of 18, Mr. Speaker. We were elected by Isiolo people, Mr. Speaker. We have the right and mandate to transact any business this of the country. And so nobody should try to interfere with our mandate, Mr. Speaker. For this budget, Mr. Speaker, who was standing for Garamara people? Who was standing for any other word, Mr. Speaker? Nobody. The public has no information on the budget. We have no information, Mr. Speaker. What is this? And the government is just going ahead and publishing a crooked document cooked by the rock clerk and even the impersonator speaker, the Honorable Kiambi has just mentioned here from a certain market, a common market in Isiolo, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I urge the government entities not to allow such kind of thing because, Mr. Speaker, will be setting bad precedent for this country. Not even for this county, for the entire country, Mr. Speaker. I thank you.
Just a few things. Thank you. Another few things that I may have overlooked. during my first motion support. Just wondering that what is happening in Isiolo County for the last now almost one month and a few weeks is in the public domain across the country and even internationally.
Honorable, let me bring your attention to all the MCS, the standing order number 31, which speaks about speaking twice to a question. No member shall speak more than once to a question except in the committee of the whole assembly. Despite paragraph 1, a member who has spoken on a question may again be heard to offer explanation of some material part of the member's speech which has been misunderstood, but must not introduce new matter. And B, a reply shall be allowed to a member who has moved a substantive motion, but not to a member who has moved an amendment. 3, the mover of a substantive motion may surrender all or part of his or her right to reply to another member or members nominated by him or her who has not already spoken to such motion. Kindly note that I will invoke standing order number 1 on this. I will allow you to speak, but in subsequent motions, let's take note of that. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, thank you. Mr. Speaker, thank you. I'm saying that the issue of the Isiolo County, what is happening here, including the forgery of electing a new speaker, which is being asserted at the government printer, followed by now the budget approval at the government printer. You know, this is an insult to the Isiolo County community or people or assembly as at large. We are really disappointed with the way things are going from the time the records began up to where we are now. We are calling for the Senate. Yes, our issue reached to Senate and it was bounced back. It is bounced back up to now, the situation of our assembly and the county government as a whole. The county government of Isiolo is still at the standstill. Starting from this budget now, we want to see that there is nothing of such kind that will again happen to this county in terms of forgery with clerk, the rogue clerk and the fake speaker, which is purported to be elected or appointed by the government printer. My call to the Senate to scrutinize this issue of budget approval at the government printer, take it serious so that once and for all this kind of happening will end and we continue with our routine and normal exercise of the County Assembly of Isiolo and the county government at large. Because now there are some sections which have completely shifted to Nairobi, working with those government senior officials to rob Isiolo County of their resources. And we see that there are those who are enjoying from our county cover. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now put the question: revocation of legally approved budget and appropriations Act 2025. That aware that under Article 185 of the Constitution of Kenya and Sections 131 to 133 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, the County Assembly has the exclusive authority to approve the county budget and exercise oversight over its implementation. Further aware that the budget making process must comply with constitutional principles of public participation, transparency, and adherence to legal procedures outlined in the County Government Act 2012 and Public Finance Management Act 2012. Worried that Isiolo County budget for the financial year 2025-2026 was allegedly approved in a manner that violated established procedures, including but not limited to bypassing of mandatory public participation processes, exclusion of relevant sectoral committee reports, and debate and approval by the House. Concerned that the government printer has published an illegal appropriation act to legitimize expenditure of public resources based on fraudulent budget, despite a warning from the office of the Speaker, deeply concerned that such actions undermine the integrity of this assembly, erode public trust in governance, and potentially expose public resources to blatant mismanagement. Now, therefore, this House resolves to 1. Recommend the suspension and or revocation of the said budget until due process is followed. Call upon the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission and the Office of the Auditor General to investigate any criminal or unethical conduct related to this matter. Recommends that the Senate exercises its oversight mandate under Article 96 to investigate the circumstances surrounding the illegal approval of the Isiolo County Appropriations Act 2025 and declare it null and void. And 4. Recommends that the controller of budget not process or release funds based on this illegally approved budget. Will as many of similar opinions say aye?
Aye.
Those of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 10, motion on illegal job advertisement by the clerk without approval of the County Assembly Service Board by the Honorable Peter Losu.
Also,
Nicholas.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'd like to move the motion of the illegal job advertisement of the clerk without approval of the County Assembly Service Board. That aware that the County Assembly Service Board is constitutionally and statutorily mandated to make decisions regarding human resource matters, including recruitment and appointments within the County Assembly. Further aware that the function of the clerk of the County Assembly are subject to the direction and oversight of the County Assembly Service Board. And that the clerk has no independent mandate to advertise or recruit for position without express approval of the board. Concerned that on 23rd July 2025, the clerk of the County Assembly regularly and without authority issue an advertisement for the job vacancy purportedly on the behalf of the Assembly without the approval or resolution of the County Assembly Service Board. Deeply concerned that such action constitutes a breach of the law, undermining authority of the board, compromise transparency and accountability in the public service recruitment, and expose the assembly to legal and reputational risk. Now, therefore, this assembly resolved to 1. Direct immediate withdrawal and nullification of the said advertisement. B. Call upon the County Assembly Service Board to initiate disciplinary measures against the clerk for gross misconduct and insubordination. C. Recommend an urgent audit and review of all recent HR decisions undertaken by the clerk without board sanction. And of D. Urge the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission (EACC) and other relevant agencies to investigate possible abuse of the office or violation of procurement and employment laws. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I stand to second the motion.
Honorable members, I propose the question. Motion on illegal job advertisement by the clerk without approval of the County Assembly Service Board. That aware that the County Assembly Service Board is constitutionally and statutorily mandated to make decisions regarding human resource matters, including recruitment and appointment within the County Assembly. Further aware that the functions of the clerk of the County Assembly are subject to the direction and oversight of the County Assembly Service Board, and that the clerk has no independent mandate to advertise or recruit for positions without express approval of the board. Concerned that on 23rd July 2025, the clerk of the County Assembly irregularly and without authority issued an advertisement for job vacancies purportedly on behalf of the Assembly without the approval or resolution of the County Assembly Service Board. Deeply concerned that such actions constitute a breach of the law, undermine the authority of the board, compromise transparency and accountability in public service recruitment, and expose the Assembly to legal and reputational risk. Now, therefore, this Assembly resolves to 1. A. Direct the immediate withdrawal and nullification of the said advertisement. Call upon the County Assembly Service Board to initiate disciplinary measures against the clerk for gross misconduct and insubordination. Recommend an urgent audit and review of all recent HR decisions undertaken by the clerk without board sanction, and urge the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission and other relevant agencies to investigate possible abuse of office or violation of procurement and employment laws. The floor is open for debate. Honorable Camilla.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I stand to support the motion on illegal job advertisement by clerk without approval of the County Assembly Service Board. Mr. Speaker, sir, first and foremost, the clerk of the County Assembly of Isiolo by name Salad Boruguracha, I personally, as Honorable Kamila Wasane, the nominated MCA representing gender, I don't count it as my clerk. Simply because, Mr. Speaker, when we started this journey on 10th of June, the said clerk was present in this house. After that, in the process of this journey of impeachment, Mr. Speaker, the clerk said that he was abducted. His family, especially his brothers and wife, complained that the clerk was abducted, which was not the truth of the matter, Mr. Speaker. He has refused to work with us as member of County Assembly. As the Speaker of the County Assembly, Honorable Roba, was with us. The 16 MCS was with us, but he refused to work with us. He allied himself with the executive. He was not employed to represent the executive. He's the CEO of this County Assembly, Mr. Speaker, and he's supposed to work with us. Since he has abandoned his duty, Mr. Speaker, I have went into record, Mr. Speaker, the adequate measure to be taken against him by members of County Assembly Service Board, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, this person called Clark, with his rogue brother, that is Banticha, who is purported to be the Speaker of the County Assembly, which we have not elected, Mr. Speaker, he advertised this position because he has failed to convince one single staff from this assembly to work with him. I said it without fear or contradiction, Mr. Speaker. That is why, to just get some of the members, he has fooled the people of Isiolo for so many years, Mr. Speaker. Now, as if that was not enough, he brings his own speaker. Now want to recruit staff to work with him so that he can divert the attention of the larger people of Isiolo from the impeachment of the speaker, from the impeachment of the governor to the impeachment of the speaker. We have seen the budget and everything of the resource of this county, it is not working for our people. That is why we have said we have to remove the the governor of Isiolo. This person called clerk, I'm saying it publicly, he's not our clerk, and we have mandated the county service board to start the process, and the process has already started. On 25th of this month, he was called upon by the members to appear in person or to appear with his lawyers to defend himself. He has failed to be part of us, and we disown him, and the process must continue, and we finish and we chase him from this presence of assembly. Thank you.
Honorable Major.
Asante sana Mr. Speaker kunipatia nafasi kuchangia mjadala. Mr. Speaker, hii mjadala ni mzuri sana. Mimi nashangaa na huyu mtu anaitwa Salaburu, former clerk ya County Assembly. Hii mtu amefanya kwa institution imagine 13 years. Lakini wakati alienda ku gazette Bonoko Speaker Paul Banticha mwizi Lamboni, wakati amekosa mtu wa kusimama naye, ana advertise nafasi ya staff yetu ya County Assembly. Hiyo mtu ana uwezo ya ku advertise hiyo nafasi ya staff yetu, hata yeye ni staff yetu, hata kama ni clerk, kwa sababu hii mtu wakati tulianza hii safari tulipatia yeye leave ya kwenda kupumzika na watoto wake kuliko wapumzike, lakini hiyo mtu alijaribu kutufuruga. Lakini tunataka kuambia hiyo clerk, sisi tumeanza process yake ya kwenda nyumbani na tutapeleka, na tunataka kuambia staff yetu asikuwe na shaka yote, kwa sababu ukweli inajisema, kwa sababu mtu amefanya for 13 years kwa County Assembly, lakini amekosa mtu mmoja kusimama na yeye. Hiyo yenyewe ni aibu. Kwanza mimi nataka kuambia siku yake imefika, siku ya mwezi ni 40. Clerk ni siku yake ndio imefika, na tutampeleka nyumbani. Si siri, kwa sababu sisi jukumu yetu ni kuangalia mambo ya raia yetu, kwa sababu hii mtu ile kiwango amefika ni kiwango tunapeleka nyumbani. Kwa hiyo haya maneno yote Speaker, nataka asante nipatie nafasi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also rise to support the motion, having being one of the members of the County Assembly Service Board, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, what we are experiencing now as a county is just the aftermath of the impeachment. The frustration, the desperation, and the confusion, Mr. Speaker, after the impeachment is what is Salad is trying to portray, Mr. Speaker. And I, being one of the board members, Mr. Speaker, there was no point of discussion at the board level that guaranteed any vacancy available for our people to compete and being represented, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, as rightly put by Honorable Camilla, is that the clerk just lacked even one person to support his cause apart from his own people, of which we know, Mr. Speaker. This is now what led to the rise of the vacancy that the clerk purported to advertise in one of the papers, Mr. Speaker. I wish to state that, Mr. Speaker, for the country to know, and also the county people to know, that there is no such kind of a vacancy that arise in our county, Mr. Speaker. And in case of any vacancy, Mr. Speaker, it is the work of the County Assembly Service Board to advertise such kind of a position to qualified personnel to fill the gap, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I think people should understand who is the clerk? The clerk is just an employee like any other employee in the county assembly, Mr. Speaker. He is there to work for the county assembly, for the members. And there is not any other boss, as maybe things maybe is a boss somewhere. He is not. He is just an employee like any other person. So, Mr. Speaker, I used to state that what is going around, all this drama, Mr. Speaker, form the basis of the assembly to remove the clerk because of this insubordination, Mr. Speaker. Because if you can go and maybe advertise even such kind of a position, Mr. Speaker, and we have not discussed at the board level and agreed, and just go there and advertise the Speaker, he is subordinating Mr. Speaker as the Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, also we have a lot of things that Salat has done immediately after the impeachment. And Mr. Speaker, for Salat to choose not to work with the assembly, Mr. Speaker, who is working for? He is not working for us. And Mr. Speaker, we have employed him to work for us, Mr. Speaker. Any other staff present in this process, Mr. Speaker, is there for our interest. He is there for our support. He is there to work on behalf of the members. He or she is not there simply because she is a boss. No, Mr. Speaker. Any other person present in this assembly, Mr. Speaker, it is to extend, to help members to undertake their mandate, Mr. Speaker. And so, Mr. Speaker, I wish to tell our people, because I had somebody calling one of my staff just this morning, asking where to deposit the application. I wish to tell the people, don't waste your 20 shillings, don't waste your 300 shillings to photocopy your document. Don't just waste your time. Go and look for your casual job and do. Leave whatever Saladi has just maybe advertised. Let him do what he wants to do with that one. But for the resident of the Isiolo County, there is no vacancy advertised by the County Assembly Service Board to that effect. So don't waste your small shillings going and maybe photocopying document to that effect. There is no position. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, as a member of the board, I have heard what members have said. And Mr. Speaker, it is not all about even what we are discussing. Mr. Speaker, our own remittance, love fund, statutory, voluntary, NHIF, Mr. Speaker, even party subscription, Mr. Speaker, which is taken from my payslip, Mr. Speaker, salary is not limited. He is eating all that money, Mr. Speaker. And so, Mr. Speaker, Salat has just made the assembly to be his own home. It forms like his own apartment. He's operating like his own apartment, Mr. Speaker. It's not a government entity. It's not a government office, Mr. Speaker. That's why he's doing all this. Because he knows he has corrupted all the government structures or systems. Because doing all this, Mr. Speaker, it is injustice to our people. It is like raping the rule of law. What Saladi is doing, Mr. Speaker, it is raping the rule of law. Now and then, from a fake speaker, from your resignation, Mr. Speaker, from publishing a fake budget, which has never originated from the public. From now advertising, you declare the whole assembly vacant simply because they don't support your nonsense, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, these are all the aftermath of the impeachment, and I urge the public to know that the advert was fake. They should not take it seriously. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I stand to support the illegal job advertisement of the clerk by the clerk without approval of the County Assembly Service Board. Honorable Speaker, as it has been said by colleagues who have been on the floor, clerk position is very clear. The role of clerk in the Constitution of Kenya and in the Standing Order of Isiolo County. The County Assembly Service Board is overall a decision-making body whereby the clerk is implementer of the decision by the County Assembly Service Board with the technical staff in the Assembly. The County Assembly has all the sectors as pertain to the working condition in all the in any institution. It has finance, it has human resource, it has procurement, it has all the sectors with sector heads. I am one of the board member and also the vice chair of the County Assembly Service Board. And for the last 3 years that we have served in this board, salad has been all difficult to us. Speaker has been persevering. You know the attempt to several attempts that we have done to remove him from this position. If it were not for the intervention of the speaker, just to enable us run amicably. He has been trying to arbitrate here and there, and that is how we got to extend to this level, such that now is causing havoc in this county. All the cause of problem in this county, the root cause is the speaker. By all means, he wants to retain and this position and continue working for the last 13 years, the 2 terms and the 3 years.
No, the speaker, the clerk.
Sorry, I'm sorry. The clerk. I'm talking about the clerk. Sorry, it's a slip of the tongue. So I'm talking about the clerk of the Isiolo County. The clerk, by virtue of being clerk, is the secretary to the board, and is the one who is to spearhead all the implementation within Isiolo County Assembly institution. He has never done the coordination of the sectors. We attempted severally, as I said, to remove him, but it was not done up to today. Now that we are serious on removing him, and he has seen the seriousness, because he has been hiding under the cover of the county governor and the county executive. Now that people have seriously captured the issue of impeaching the governor, now he came out seriously fighting us as the county assembly institution. And all this advertisement and everything that he's doing is trying to derail us from the actual thing. He knows that very well that there is no vacancy in county assembly. The county assembly is an institution which has been there for the last 2 terms and 3 years. It's not a new institution to recruit all these listed, the long list for employment. The public knows. There must be, people are employed and people may, have some reservation, but most of the public know that in county assembly, even just recently, the list of 200, the list of what, there was offer employment. There's no vacancy. So I'm urging, Honorable Speaker, I'm urging the public to ignore the advertisement, and also wherever you see that speaker, you have to know that he has the process of removing him. We are at the tail end, and we are alerting you, the public, and even the government institution who are entertaining him at the headquarters, because maybe he's purporting to be the CEO and the signatory of the finance for the county assembly, and he promises maybe kickbacks. We are saying that it is of our dead body. It's not going to use any fund from Isiolo County anymore. We are ready to remove him, and we are going to remove him. It's enough that he grabbed, let him get contented with what he has already grabbed, and he get contented and he quit peacefully. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable members, I now put the question. Motion on illegal job advertisement by the clerk without approval of the County Assembly Service Board. That aware that the County Assembly Service Board is constitutionally and statutorily mandated to make decisions regarding human resource matters, including recruitment and appointment within County Assembly. Further aware that the functions of the clerk of the County Assembly are subject to the direction and oversight of the County Assembly Service Board, and that the clerk has no independent mandate to advertise or recruit for positions without express approval of the board. Concerned that on 23 July 2025, the clerk of the County Assembly regularly and without authority issued an advertisement for job vacancies purportedly on behalf of the Assembly without the approval or resolution of the County Assembly Service Board. Deep concerned that such actions constitute a breach of the law, undermine the authority of the board, compromise transparency and accountability in public service recruitment, and expose the Assembly to legal and reputational risk. Now, therefore, this Assembly resolves to A. Direct the immediate withdrawal and modification of the said advertisement. B. Call upon the County Assembly Service Board to initiate disciplinary measures against the clerk for gross misconduct and insubordination. C. Recommend an urgent audit and review of all recently charged decisions undertaken by the clerk without board sanction. And D. Urge the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, ACC, and other relevant agencies to investigate possible abuse of office or violation of procurement and employment laws. Will as many of similar opinions say aye? Aye. Those of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, we now move to the next order. Honorable members, pursuant to section 23(5) of the County Assembly Services Act 2017, the Select Committee is required to report to the House within 10 days. That is within 10 days. The committee is further required to give the affected party fair hearing in accordance with Standing Order 68 on the right to be heard in a fair manner. Thank you. Next order.
No other business, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, we now adjourn the House till tomorrow, the 30th day of July 2025 at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Majamaa wameamua kukuabduct ndio. Wameamua kuabduct ndio.